Welcome to Daxue Talks, a show powered by Daxue Consulting, a China-based strategic market research company founded in 2010.
I'm Gabriel from Li Dongfang Law Firm. I'm a lawyer with 7 years working experience. My specialty is labor law, company law, intellectual property rights, trademark, copyright, and international trade, banking rules.
What do you need to be careful of when signing a labor contract? What are the typical issues?
First, the type of the entity. We should be careful with the type of the entity we are going to sign labor contract with. Under Chinese law, only entities with legal personality can hire people. For other entities, like representative office of foreign company, can only hire staff through a third party. For example, FESCO, namely Foreign Enterprise Service Corporation.
What do you need to be careful of when hiring someone? What are the typical issues?
When hiring someone, the employers should make sure their potential employees are have already graduated, because under Chinese labor law, the in-school students are not competent entities under Chinese labor law. And make sure the applicants have no criminal records. Besides this, the employees should also check the potential applicants, their potential employees' qualification for the job. For example, the diploma of their graduation and the qualification for the job. A couple of certificates should be true and valid.
What do you need to be careful of when hiring the cleaning person in the office? What are the typical issues?
Regarding hiring the housekeepers, my suggestion is that we should pay attention to the age of such cleaners or housekeepers, because under Chinese law, for the retired people, the company can sign service agreement with them. By doing so, saving the cost of medical insurance, retirement funds, public reserve funds, and unemployment compensation. However, we should also pay injury insurance for them, just in case of any accident.
How can employers make changes to existing employment agreements? What kind of penalties employers can include in a labor contract?
Under Chinese law, the employment contract can only be changed with mutual consent, mutual approval from the parties they are under. And under Chinese, and the law provides that the employees shall include no penalty other than training expense. For example, if the employees bear the cost of its staff's overseas study and training cost at third party school, then when the labor contract is terminated, the employees have the right to ask its employees to pay back such funds.
What constitutes illegal work by foreigners in China? In the case of illegal employment in China, what responsibilities will the employee and employer assume?
Namely, working in China with foreign expats working in China without work permit constitutes illegal work. But there are other forms of illegal work. For example, when foreign expats registered or when they apply for work permit, their employers and workplace will be registered in the database. Well, if such foreign expats work for other entities or in other places, that constitutes illegal work too. Just in a word, if the foreign expats have part-time job in China, well, they're risking doing illegal work. And in that case, the foreign expat shall be subject to a fine between 5,000 RMB and 10,000 RMB. While their employers shall also be subject to penalty fines. Normally, the employee shall pay 10,000 Chinese yuan for hiring each illegal workers. The maximum amount of such penalty shall not exceed 100,000 RMB.
Any questions? We will find an expert to answer them. Drop your questions in the comments or send us an email, dx@daxueconsulting.com.